October 2007. Inside Camp Nou, a 20-year-old Lionel Messi, fresh from his Ballon d'Or nomination, held a baby for what seemed like a routine UNICEF photo shoot. That baby was Lamine Yamal. By some miracle of fate, out of thousands of families in Barcelona's Rocafonda neighborhood, Yamal's family won the random raffle to be there that day. 16 years later, as Messi's era at Barcelona ended, that same baby would shatter every record in the club's history. At just 16, Yamal isn't just following Messi's path. He's doing things even the Argentine couldn't do at his age. While Messi made his debut at 17, Yamal was already starring in El Clásico at 16, becoming Barcelona's youngest player since 1922. But what happened next would change football forever. The story of destiny begins in the halls of Camp Nou, October 2007. A young Lionel Messi, already Barcelona's brightest star, participated in a UNICEF charity event. Through a neighborhood raffle in Rocafonda, one family won the chance to have their baby photographed with a Barcelona player. By some twist of fate, they were matched with Messi himself. That baby was Lamine Yamal. The photographer Juan Monfort captured what would become a prophetic moment, football's greatest player holding its future star. But this wasn't just a lucky photo opportunity. 7 years later, Barcelona's scouts would discover something extraordinary in those same Rocafonda streets. At age 7, Yamal caught the eye of Barcelona's talent spotters. One scout was so amazed by his natural ability that he immediately called the club, insisting they give the boy a trial. His ball control, vision, and natural instinct for the game were unlike anything they'd seen in someone so young. La Masia, Barcelona's legendary academy that produced stars like Xavi and Iniesta, had found its next gem. What happened next defied all expectations. While most legendary La Masia graduates like Xavi and Iniesta joined at ages 11 and 12, Yamal entered at just 7 years old. In his second year at the academy, he scored an astounding 56 goals in 30 games. Playing against boys 4 years older, Yamal didn't just compete, he dominated. His youth coach, Albert Puig, observed something remarkable. Even when playing 4 age groups up, Lamine was still the star of the team. Barcelona knew they had someone special. So special that they broke their own residency rules, typically reserved for players from outside Catalonia, just to keep closer watch over his development. The prophecy of that 2007 photo was beginning to unfold. The baby Messi once held was growing into Barcelona's next footballing phenomenon, setting the stage for a story even Hollywood couldn't script. The weight of being called the next Messi has crushed many young talents before, but something's different about Lamine Yamal. He has Messi's own seal of approval. In a rare moment of admiration, Lionel Messi himself acknowledged something extraordinary about the teenager. He's doing something even new, or I never did. Coming from football's greatest player, these words carry unprecedented weight. But Messi didn't stop there. When asked about the next generation taking over his crown, Messi specifically pointed to Yamal's uniqueness. "I believe that you're going to be one of the best players for this new generation," he said. A statement that sent shockwaves through the football world. This wasn't just polite praise, it was a recognition of something truly special. The parallels between them are striking. Both left-footed magicians emerged from La Masia, both capable of gliding past defenders as if they weren't there. Yet Messi sees something distinctive in Yamal's game. While advising the teenager, Messi emphasized the importance of staying grounded despite the mounting pressure and expectations. Their connection goes beyond that fateful 2007 photograph. Through Barcelona's coaching staff, Messi has kept tabs on Yamal's development. When Yamal broke Messi's record as Barcelona's youngest ever player, Messi sent a personal message of congratulations through the club. This wasn't just about records, it was about passing the torch. What makes Messi's endorsement particularly powerful is its timing. At just 16, Yamal isn't just following Messi's path. In some ways, he's blazing ahead of it. Messi recognizes this, noting how Yamal's impact at such a young age sets him apart even from his own legendary journey. The master sees in his successor not just a copy, but an evolution. Imagine being 16 years old and having millions of eyes watching your every move. For Lamine Yamal, this isn't imagination. It's his daily reality. The pressure of wearing Barcelona's number 27 jersey weighs heavy, especially when Spanish media outlets constantly compare every touch, every dribble, every decision to a young Lionel Messi. When Yamal stepped onto the Camp Nou pitch for his debut at 15 years and 9 months, the expectations were astronomical. Barcelona, struggling with their post-Messi identity crisis, desperately needed a new hero. The Spanish press didn't help, plastering his face across front pages with headlines like "The Chosen One" and "Messi's Heir." Yet somehow this teenager showed remarkable composure. Take the El Clásico at the Santiago Bernabéu, for instance. While most 16-year-olds would crumble under the pressure of football's biggest rivalry, Yamal showcased extraordinary mental fortitude. He didn't just participate, he dominated, earning a standing ovation from the Real Madrid faithful, something almost unheard of for a Barcelona player, let alone a teenager. But perhaps what's most impressive is how Yamal handles the constant scrutiny. When French midfielder Adrien Rabiot publicly questioned his abilities before their Euro 2024 semi-final clash, Yamal responded not with words, but with a masterclass performance. After scoring a crucial goal, he simply ran to the camera and whispered, "Speak now," letting his football do the talking. Behind the scenes, Barcelona has built a strong support system to protect their crown jewel. The club's psychological team works closely with him, while senior players like Robert Lewandowski have taken him under their wing. His father, known on Instagram as HustleHard304, and mother Sheila provide the grounding force he needs, keeping him connected to his Rocafonda roots despite his meteoric rise. Unlike others who've crumbled under the "next Messi" tag, think Bojan Krkić, who initially outperformed Messi's early statistics but struggled with anxiety, Yamal shows remarkable emotional intelligence. He acknowledges the comparisons but maintains his own identity. His Instagram bio says it best: "Move in silence, only speak when it's checkmate." A philosophy that's serving him well as he carries the weight of becoming Barcelona's next great hope. Understanding the pressure of replacing a legend, Barcelona's coaching staff, led by Xavi himself, carefully manages Yamal's exposure while giving him the platform to shine. This delicate balance seems to be working. The teenager isn't just surviving under the spotlight, he's thriving in it, turning pressure into performance with a maturity far beyond his years. Numbers don't lie, and Lamine Yamal's statistics are rewriting Barcelona's history books. On April 29, 2023, at just 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days old, Yamal made his Barcelona debut against Real Betis. This wasn't just any record, it shattered a mark that had stood untouched since 1922, making him the youngest player ever to wear the Blaugrana jersey in an official match. The Champions League stage where legends are born became Yamal's playground. He didn't just participate, he dominated. At 16, he became the youngest player ever to start a Champions League knockout game. Against Bayern Munich, he left Alphonso Davies, widely considered one of the world's best fullbacks, rooted to the spot, refusing to make forward runs for fear of being caught out by the teenager's brilliance. The Spanish national team witnessed similar historic moments. When Yamal stepped onto the field against Georgia, he became Spain's youngest ever debutant at 16 years and 57 days old. But instead of being overwhelmed, he marked the occasion with a goal, becoming the youngest scorer in both Spain's history and European Championship qualifying. In the Euro 2024 tournament, he didn't just break records, he shattered them, becoming the youngest player to register a goal involvement in a major tournament final. His current season statistics tell an even more compelling story. With 7 goals and 10 assists in 50 appearances, Yamal isn't just competing, he's excelling. To put this in perspective, only Erling Haaland and Harry Kane have more goal contributions this season. For a 16-year-old to be mentioned in the same breath as these established stars speaks volumes about his impact. The most remarkable aspect? Each of these records previously belonged to players who became legends in their own right. Yet Yamal isn't just breaking these records, he's smashing them by margins that might stand for generations to come. What took Messi until age 17 to achieve, Yamal is accomplishing before his 16th birthday, setting a new standard for what's possible in modern football. While the Messi comparisons are inevitable, Lamine Yamal is crafting something entirely different on the football pitch. His playing style represents modern football's evolution, a perfect blend of traditional winger skills and contemporary tactical flexibility. Unlike Messi's central positioning, Yamal dominates from the right wing, using his left foot to cut inside with devastating effect. What sets him apart is his unique approach to the game. In an era where wingers are often confined to tactical systems, Yamal plays with refreshing freedom. Under Hansi Flick's management, he's showcasing a distinctive trait rarely seen in modern football: the ability to track back defensively while maintaining explosive attacking presence. This combination of defensive work rate and offensive brilliance makes him more than just a forward. He's a complete modern footballer. His decision-making sets him apart from other teenage sensations. Yamal maintains remarkable efficiency in his play, averaging 6.57 successful dribbles per 90 minutes, ranking in the 99th percentile among La Liga players. But what's truly impressive is his goal and assist average of 1.11 per 90 minutes, demonstrating that his flair serves a purpose beyond mere showmanship. The way he reads the game reflects a new era of football intelligence. While Messi was known for his magical solo runs, Yamal combines individual brilliance with tactical awareness. His performance against Bayern Munich exemplified this evolution. He didn't just dribble past defenders, he systematically broke down their defensive structure, creating spaces for teammates like Rafinha to exploit. Barcelona's current system has adapted to accommodate his unique abilities. Rather than asking him to replicate Messi's role, the team has built new patterns of play around his strengths. His partnership with Robert Lewandowski shows how he's creating his own legacy, one based on modern football's demands for versatility and tactical intelligence, while maintaining that essential Barcelona DNA of creative excellence. So, can Lamine Yamal truly handle the weight of being called the next Messi? Perhaps we're asking the wrong question. The real story isn't about replacing Messi, it's about witnessing the birth of something entirely new in football history. When Cristiano Ronaldo says, "I see huge potential, great talent," and Messi himself acknowledges, "He's doing something even I never did," we're not just hearing empty praise. We're hearing football's greatest players recognize a unique phenomenon. The validation goes beyond just words. Former players, coaches, and analysts unanimously agree. Yamal isn't just another Wonderkid. Didier Drogba put it perfectly when he said he was still struggling to catch trains in Paris at Yamal's age, while this teenager is already collecting trophies as Europe's best young player. Under Hansi Flick's guidance, his trajectory isn't just rising, it's soaring beyond what anyone thought possible for a 16-year-old. Looking ahead, all signs point to something extraordinary unfolding. With records falling at an unprecedented rate and performances that defy his age, Yamal isn't walking in Messi's shadow. He's casting his own light. The question isn't whether he can be the next Messi, it's whether we're watching the emergence of football's next evolution, a player who might define the sport for a new generation. As we've witnessed this incredible journey unfold, from that fateful UNICEF photo shoot to today's record-breaking performances, one thing becomes crystal clear. Lamine Yamal isn't the next anyone. He's the first of his kind. And if you want to keep witnessing history in the making, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more untold stories from football's next chapter. Drop a like if you believe Yamal is destined for greatness, and let us know in the comments. Are we watching the birth of football's next GOAT?